Welcome to Serene Gardens, a local family theme park located on the outskirts of Planet City. We begin our day by entering the park through its European gardens, a mix of Parisian and Dutch influences, and the area where the oldest attractions are located. In fact, let's go on Spinning Squirrels, the first attraction to have been built in the park. A what-if scenario of sorts, since this ride is supposed to be Reverchon's answer to Zamperla's new generation of wild mouse, a way for me to include more interesting elements than those of a regular wild mouse. At the exit of Spinning Squirrels, you're greeted by this amazing view of the Mediterranean gardens of the park, home to a GCI family wooden coaster inspired by Heidi the Ride at Bobsled de Pen and La Pizzeria di Pierpaolo, a restaurant with wine tasting on the upper floor which gives a view over the entire park. What you may realize is that there are vineyards at the foot of the wooden coaster. That is because the wine that you'll be drinking here has been locally produced, or grape juice boxes for the children. Speaking of wine and wooden coasters, the combination of the two made it obvious to choose the name Bacchus for our GCI because it is the Roman god of parties and wine after all. I wasn't alone when I built this project. Mr. Antonio retracted half of the coaster, custom supported it all, and added much needed realistic features along the ride. And the result is probably the most realistic coaster in the park, so again, thank you so much for your help, Antonio. And now that you know everything that there is to know about Bacchus, let's ride that Woody. Something that I wanted to do was to give the city in the distance an active role and a purpose while you're in the park. In the lore of the park, Planet City is key to the park's development, and that's why you'll see it often as a character in the background, like right here. As we're exiting the Mediterranean gardens, a torii gate marks the entrance of the Japanese gardens, the most recent addition to the park both in real life and in the lore. This tunnel's purpose is to hide the rapids' mechanical lift and also give you a better reveal of the area. Welcome to the Japanese gardens. Mind-blowing fact, this entire area takes half of the park. I really wanted to try this thing for so long, so I wanted to make this count. Let's get to the first ride, which is Sakura Springs, an Intamin river raft ride. In the lore of the park, Sakura Springs and Castle in the Sky are the oldest rides in the Japanese area. An expansion was later planned and recently built. It's called the Golden Forest. The Golden Forest is home to two new-gen Vekomas, namely a suspended family coaster, also known as SFC, and a family Boomerang. Let's get a ride on Dancing Dragons first, our Vekoma SFC. To make one in-game, use the steel Hydra coaster, put boa trains on it, and custom support the whole coaster. Otherwise, the in-game supports are made to look like those of an aero-suspended coaster. But enough talking. Let's ride what the game considers to be the most intense ride in the park. Up next, we have Haiku, a scenic family boomerang inspired by the three-stanza Japanese poems, taking in the surroundings of the rider to express their feelings. And with that ride, we wrap up the Japanese gardens to make our way towards our final ride of the day, back in the European gardens. Welcome to the other side of the European gardens, where colorful tulip patterns bring life to the park. We're here to ride my Gerstlauer bobsled called Giddy, which is arguably my favorite coaster in the park. Sorry, Antonio. I love bobsleds in real life. I think they're such an underrated model, and I wanted to make the best one possible. The result is a layout that is fun, fast-paced, and extremely varied, so I hope you guys like it as much as I do. The end of our day at Serene Gardens is approaching, but not before we enjoy the sun setting on our beautiful park. Thank you for spending this day with me at Serene Gardens, and for the incredible amount of support you all gave me in the comments week after week. Serene Gardens was started as a passion project meant to be the most relaxing park I could make, and I hope I could achieve that for you. Now though, it's time to say goodbye to this park. So for one final time in this series, this has been Yan, and I'll see you in the next one.